these law enforcement families do. They support the individual who puts on the uniform and runs toward danger. They're there for them when they leave in the morning. And you pray throughout the day that they will come home at night.
Hey, YouTube universe.
So
This is the dark skin dancing American. I had to come through again with some truth. So what we got here is a shooting that just happened recently out there in York, Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Look at my phone. Yep. So 5 officers shot. I heard 1 is dead. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to it.
I just will cut short. I'll just share with you what I told them. The entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania respects them, and we have their backs. And we so appreciate the work that they do every single day. And, they go
and
out
also, I got my brother online,
and they
so
go out to protect our families. This is something
he's
that
talking to me
sadly
as well.
we only tend to share in times of that this Commonwealth knows every day. We appreciate those who put on the uniform and those who keep us safe. There are others here at Gulfspan who wear different kinds of uniforms. And I want to say thank you to the doctors, to the nurses, to the staff here at this extraordinarily wonderful healthcare institution that sadly has seen too much trauma. But thanks to their extraordinary talents and their dedication to their neighbors, they're able to help people get back up on their feet. That's what you did today for these 2 brave souls who put on the uniform to keep us safe. So we appreciate those of you who don the white coat and scrubs, those of you who support the work that they do. You truly are wonderful people, and we appreciate you very, very much. I want to let you know that Attorney General Pam Bondi reached out directly to me and shared with me that we have the full support of the federal government. I know, as Colonel Paris indicated before, he has spoken to the lead of the FBI here in this region. We so appreciate law enforcement at every level, and we, of course, appreciate our federal partners. General and I worked together when I was Attorney General here in Pennsylvania, and she was Attorney General in Florida. It meant a lot to me that she reached out.
My question is, who do you think shot those cops? If anybody who's watching me right now, it got to be a wild guess. You know, so I want to know who in York, Pennsylvania, shot the cops. Like, who is the person? Because they killed the person that did it.
When it comes to looking out for those who are in need, so we don't have to deal with tragedies like this. We got to do better as a society. I know everybody up here believes that, and everybody up here works hard to do that every day. I just think as a community, it's time for us to
work hard to
heal from this.
And I could be wrong.
And to make sure that those whose lives were lost today, it's something constructive can come from that in their memory that stops this kind of violence in the future. It protects those people that put on those uniforms for us. It makes it so these trauma surgeons don't have to patch this many people up. We got to do better as a society. I know we're all committed to doing that work. We've got to do even more. Now's the time for this community to come together and to do this important work. And so on behalf of a grateful Commonwealth, I say to those who wear the uniform of law enforcement, thank you. To those who wear the uniform of healthcare, thank you. To the elected leaders up here, thank you for the work that you have done and know you will do to keep our community safe. And to Colonel Paris and the entire team at the Pennsylvania State Police, I know you will have every resource you need to.
So the get down is the officers came to serve a warrant, and in that being served, a lot of them got killed. Some of them got killed, and 5 of them got shot apparently. But again, we don't know. I don't know. You know,
I share your thoughts and prayers for the officers that were lost today, the officers who were injured, and every law enforcement person across this great Commonwealth. We're unfortunately here again in York County because of gun violence. The issue that
I think the person was white. I'm just gonna go out and say it. I don't know. They're gonna pull it in, but just me, my hunch, and how they've been shooting and killing and going out doing shit. Probably one of them white boys, you know, and he went out with a bang.
A lot of police officers in our communities, and they always run towards danger. I think we all have a responsibility to continuously do our part to make our community safer. I know I'm going to continue to do my part, and we are consistently grateful for the commitment and the sacrifice that our law enforcement officers make. We're grateful for the healthcare professionals who run towards danger to aid folks in their time of need, and we're so grateful for the work that they've done today. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Carney from WellSpan Health, who will provide an update from the medical perspective.
So we received 2 gunshot wound victims from the scene. We immediately took them to the OR. They are both in critical but stable condition currently. Trauma centers are a resource for the community. We're here when you need us, and we enjoy the support of.
So YouTube universe, they're still trying to help these people who just got gunned down.
So at this point, I would open it up to a few brief questions, however, prefacing that with the fact that the information we can provide is extremely limited. So,
did you say this was the officers involved are from New York?
I did not say, and that was intentionally done so. Obviously, we know who they are and who they work for. Our concern is that there are some investigative steps that we're taking right now, and at the request of the district attorney, we're withholding that information. I've spoken to District Attorney Barker. I know there are a lot of things going on right now, but at some point I know he will brief the meeting. Sir?
The circumstances surrounding why those officers were there was 30
So they were there to follow up on an investigation that began yesterday. The general heading of that investigation, I would say, would be domestic related, but beyond that, the facts and circumstances, we have more information, but pending the search warrants that we're currently typing up and serving, we want to hold that information any more specificity.
So the shooter had some type of domestic situation.
York County, and we're going to leave it there, and I'm going to defer to the district attorney, Tim Barker. Correct. Those numbers are correct, sir. At this point, we believe that the community is safe, but we're leaving no stone unturned, and we're going to run every lead down. But I don't have that for you. I'm not prepared to release that. Like I said, I'll defer to the district attorney. Sorry.
Have you heard anything as far as weapons or what exactly happened when they arrived?
No. I mean, we have, but not that I can confirm with any specificity that I would be concerned. We would have to backtrack on later. So very much processing a large scene. I will confirm that it is a large scene. Members of the PSD Forensic Services Unit are down there mapping it right now. It's still very much an active scene. It is secure, and we believe, just to reiterate, there's no threat to the community.
So from what I'm looking at, this person, and I have a feeling this is a white person that shot those, because that's what they do. White supremacists, they crazy like that. They shoot up everything. So I believe that this looks like something they would do.
I wanted to be here with this community. I want law enforcement to know how much we care about them and respect them. I want this hospital team to know how much they matter in this community. And most importantly, I want these families to know that we're all grieving with them and praying for them.
And it's unfortunate somebody do their job and some damn psychopath gun token white supremacists is coming around gunning stuff down. And it's crazy because they didn't release the race of the person. But I know for a fact this has everything to do with white supremacists. I guarantee you. Now they're gonna tell, I believe they're gonna talk about, no, it's over with. This is it. That was live. I guarantee y'all, whoever was involved in this shooting was white. I guarantee it. And it's a lot going on with them in this
So, and I want to just mention it. So I didn't even
hidden aggression that they put off amongst, the country, because they're more like domestic terrorism, if you ask me. You heard they was in to search for a domestic problem, but when they came, they realized it was a setup. They end up getting murked, but one of them did.
I apologize for both those things. I didn't even get a chance to watch all press conferences, but end up shifting the coverage to do that. I think I was going to make this newspaper to make this thing match. So I did want to wait to see the press conference. Clearly, some more details about that change.
I just guarantee you, this got something to do. They didn't bring no evidence or nothing leaked out. And that makes me think, because they do stuff like that. When someone white, they'll take a long time to bring it out in the old media. You be like, yeah, that's a white motherfucker. They said it was 30 shots.
So I'm kind of doing both things at once. But
so he might have probably been a cop himself.
Because there was this reporting earlier today.
And he just took it upon himself to go ahead and just wipe them out. I mean, I don't know, but they're not giving up information, so it makes you think. I'm just assuming, but it makes you think. Yeah, this is just me. I don't know. They didn't bring nothing out, but I feel like maybe this was something that was congregated out of white supremacist area and was boiling over. Probably one of their own was just waiting. And then when they went to talk to the person about the domestic issue, that's when all shit went. I don't know how it happened, but I know that this could happen. It's something they do anyway. They'll smoke each other just for political opinions. So I'm just saying, though, we see, Charlie Kirk getting, murked. Charlie Kirk getting murked. So it's, this is what they do in the world. Because they not giving up no information. But maybe, again, this could be something within their area. And it's kind of crazy. Yeah, and I don't know. I just got a hunch. Maybe it's somebody that was around the area, knew them, or was on the team at one point, went rogue. We don't know. Talking about they was serving a warrant. But from what the dude said, it was a domestic issue. So maybe he was one of them crazed race soldiers white supremacists that, probably hit on women. You feel good, you got a gun now, and probably touched the way, like, you can't have that. So they probably went on, I don't know, just saying. Domestic could be a lot of different shit. It don't have to necessarily be a woman. It could be just these confrontational type. You just never know. I don't know. Might be some in-house things going on that we don't know about.
Nexstar ABC affiliates are playing the routine. I can tell you that. That's definitely happening. Let's before we get to that, let's just talk for a second more about York County. I want to just talk about that for a second.
So right now, as things is going, and again, I don't know. I'm just telling you how I'm looking at it, because usually they'll do mass shootings. White supremacists is known for shooting at churches and elementary where kids is at, and just destructive mentality and hateful thinking. And again, you don't. Energy is receptive to being who you are. If you breathe in contempt, hatred towards black folks, they don't understand that it's a spiritual battle. You see no boy getting shot in the throat. He was denigrating black people. He died right after. So don't listen to me. Just look on the news. Look at what's going on. And you'll see yourself. That's why I don't talk about people. I just sit back and I watch. Now, this person, I'm just taking a hunch. So I don't know. He didn't give out no information. Probably was in law enforcement. Right? And things got probably physical, and they went to shooting. I told that he died, so it must have been a shootout. Just saying. I don't know. I don't want to assume, but then it's like, what else could you figure? Because it could have been put the information out, right? So they're taking a long time to put the information out. So was it somebody on the same team and went rogue and did it? And then we can connect the ideology of white supremacy. I mean, we don't know. Let me listen to this guy.
Well, the replay of the press conference, I'm not going to play the whole thing and just get those details for you.
It's fascinating because, as you see, they've been trying to marginalize black foundational people for the longest and denigrating us by different laws that we use. As you can see, it's much of abuse, and it's just flipping on them. It's flipping on them. That energy is just flipping on them. Just being real. It's right now. It's the flipping stage of. They don't know what's going on. I've seen some keep telling certain black folks we need to combine our powers, and I am Captain Planet. And I mean, it is funny to me because I'll be like, it is hilarious because the dude they telling it to has a real brilliant mind. And I think I've seen this already. Just moments ago, I've seen that already. Let me see what he talking about. Is it? He was talking about the community. I think that's what he was talking about. That they need to do better. And I agree, they do need to do better. There's a whole lot of killing they do in their history. They're known for doing it. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah. No. YouTube universe, I'm being honest. This is a fact. These are receipts. Again, I don't even know the detail of this. I just heard about it. And I went on live. And I want to talk to y'all so y'all can open up your eyes. But me guessing upon what's going on and looking at it for what it is, I'm just, I'm just watching. I'm watching. I'm learning. And who knows? Because from what I'm seeing, they withholding evidence, and it gotta be a reason that they withholding evidence, because they could have been put. It's not like they don't have the person's dead, so they easy throw that out. I think they're trying to tie it all up and then give it to the public. Like, look, this person was rogue. They were clearly, they might have been pretending to be on the same team, but their mindset was this, that, and the third. I'm starting to read between some of the stuff that was said just now. Again, I don't know. I'm taking a hunch. Who knows? All I know is from what I'm reading, as far as the body language, and what they're not prepared to say right off of the jump. So we know what's type of confrontation, and maybe they wanted the dude to turn himself in. Was like, look, we gotta get you, woo woo. He was like, nah, y'all ain't. And it's like, okay, and then they shot it out. We don't know how they went, but the problem is was it self-inflicted within the law? Because he said that they need to do better. And he was putting that on the team. I'm trying to read between lines here. So was it it was a self-inflicted thing within their own white supremacist group? And it shows every dang time you look on television. They shooting at killing each other, getting hit in the throat, trying to denigrate black people. You live by it, you most definitely die by it. So I know a lot of them is used to doing this. Now you got to do this. You got to look around you. You're living in a world where your enemy is the one who has the same ideology as you as well. Reflection. And I know that got to be a hurt feeling to tell a foundational Black American tell you that, but it's the truth. For any of y'all white supremacists, any one of y'all really at war with each other right now. It is a behold to see. To know that all the hate that you've caused is turning on your ass in real time. It's this again, it proves to what I was saying. It proves it. And as we see as the day pass, we'll see more of this. We'll see things that get even more chaotic. I've been saying it in my last video. I predicted everything I've predicted, literally, in my videos from the past. You will know I say it's going to get worse. It's almost like a volcano. Especially with whites, because you can't live in life and call yourself a Christian if you're living in hate and division. There's no way. And I do believe it's a spiritual battle, and they do come back and swing. And do that full energy of karma, I believe in, goes around, comes around. But I really truly understand in energy. I mean, hey. So, they won't let nothing out because they know it was in-house. That's why they ain't letting nothing out. And they ain't gonna let nothing out till they get everything they need. Then they'll let it out. Because that's what it looks like spells to me. One of them went crazy. White supremacists, race soldiers, one of their own, and going crazy, went gun ho and shot his own people. I'm just saying, they do it all the time. I'm not shocked. I'm not like, whoa, this is the most shockingest thing ever. No, it's gonna get worse. Just look at my video though, YouTube universe. It's gonna get worse. That's all. You'll see like I see. And you know, it's up to you if you want to look at it and be like, oh, in denial of the truth. So again, they didn't put the person out because I know it has a lot to do with them. That's probably the reason why, most likely. Because they don't withhold evidence like this. They'll put the person out already, like, oh, because it's one of their own. Ain't that crazy? No telling what has happened and what has been done, but you give the identity of the shooter. Strange. But I just have a hunch. Yeah. Even when you try to look it up, they're not giving it to you. You try to look up the shooter, you know, all you hear is updates and, you know, not seeing who is the person. People want to see who the person is. And we don't know because they didn't put it out. And that got me speculating that it's white. And not only white, it might have been some of their own men as well, as far as on the force, rogue officer or something of that nature. I don't know. But they not throwing nothing out. They're just getting everybody. I don't want to speculate. I don't know. I'm gonna say that, but it just got me thinking, like, why y'all can't just give out the person that did it? Like, you know, it's a little strange. It was very strange that how you're not giving out specifics of the shooter that is dead. So he's dead, but they're not giving out no information. They want everybody to just hang on to what they saying, knowing it was crazy. But again, I'm just assuming. I could be all wrong, but it just because of what's going on with you know, the country and seeing the white supremacists go at it right now. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking it had to be white because they usually would have put it out there for everybody else. It's like they'd be withholding what people really want to know. They want to know who the person is. They're not giving up no nothing at all. Like they asking, well, I'm gonna let the people talk about it. I'm like, so it gotta be something big or something. I'm assuming, a rogue agent, maybe officer. I mean, that I don't know. YouTube universe. So Again, I don't know. I just assumed they're not giving us information, so I can assume how I want. They said they were going for a domestic situation, so it had happened with a fight or whatever. That could possibly be. And that's the reason why I had linked the two, because it's like, okay, well, they didn't bring out the race because they know he's white. But why are they holding up all the rest of the information? Oh, he must be was on the same team with them. Was until they realized he was, doing something wrong or whatever, and they were trying to get him to turn himself in, and he went crazy and started shooting up the joint. So it's a lot of different reasons on what may have happened or occurred, but we won't know until they give up everything. And I'm just assuming, I could be wrong doing this live. Just wanted to see what it was and see if we can get more answers out of that YouTube universe. And they did not give us no answers out of that. They kind of left us on the what ifs. What if this? What if it's that? I don't know until they give us the information on what's going on over there. And but it's destructive. White supremacists, this the narrative is you can learn a lesson every time you're on YouTube. Read destruction, it will come consume the person. This white supremacist way of thinking is very destructive amongst people like myself, people who have American value, really perfecting what it is about the declaration of this nation. And our people help build the country. So with others like myself that build it. So it's like a group of innovators, and then you have people who push the needle. When we talk about, patriotic ways of black folks, that stretches since the beginning of, revolution. It's the English when imperialism was around. So the point is no matter how you trace a person's lineage, you can also trace, heroism. And I feel like a person that denigrates other cultures and, subjugate them is in a situation right now, like I said, where it's a civil war amongst them. I remember I was listening to the news earlier. Matter of fact, I think I still got it. I wanted y'all to listen to what I was listening to. I thought it was deep because, it's two different sides to what I'm listening to because it's a lot going on. And it's amazing what you're seeing with let me see if I can find it. Cool. All right. If you really want to serve justice, you think it would be best to treat people how you want to be treated. And, if we're going to be fair, you know, and the country's up in arms, but again, this is a white supremacist destruction that we see in front of us. It's the information I'm gathering because they got war amongst each other, and whether they want to believe white crime white on white crime. They're gonna have to start believing in it now because it's happening. Even if they deny it, it's like every other day it's a school shooting somewhere, university or such. Mm, mm, mm. Ain't that something? YouTube universe. Ain't that something? And I want to get more information on it too, because again, I'm gonna make another video talking about what happened out there in your Pennsylvania. Because again, I just guess I don't know most of the stuff. I just kind of feel like since they're not really telling so much, and it already happened, and they already killed the person who shot the officers. It's like, what's the holdup? And that's when I think it's bigger than just a regular civilian. And yeah, I could be wrong. It could be maybe they don't want to tell everybody right now. I want to know. Everybody want to know, right? So I jumped on it as soon as I seen the live, and yeah, we'll see. All right, YouTube person.